boys.
Hold on, I'm filming this.
Now drawing a line off the bob.
I know, but still coming back, bud.
I have to do this on like the 10 maneuver.
You gotta leave this lane open.
Up in the air.
For sure, I'm kind of in shock still. I had a great final with a couple of 9s, and yeah, you know, even with my 1.9 and a 7.8, I still didn't feel safe because Kelly, you know, is capable of that. And yeah, he did it. Like he tried lots of wild airs, and the wind wasn't really cooperating with him. He was kind of losing his board. And I was like, oh, I hope he doesn't stick one of these things. And yeah, sure enough, he gets a big wedge, and I let him have it because it looked too big and dumpy. And he did the best air of his life, basically. It was the best air he's ever done. And I don't know how he does it. It won't even do it justice explaining like how freakish that actually is, what he just did. Like, that's the best air he's ever done in his life, and he did it when he needed it with a minute to go. And it had to be against me. It hurts. That's awful. 3 good results and 3 shocking ones. So. Yeah, I just got to make them all keepers from here on out, and I'll do my absolute best. It'll be fun trying, you know.
Yeah, at the moment, it's a little frustrating, but after I watched his heat versus Taj just now, it was like one of those things where it kind of, I lost, maybe it was his fate because that kind of had to happen, what happened with him and TV, because that was like, that's good for our sport, what just went down with him and TV, and I was stoked to see it, and still bummed on losing, but yeah, bittersweet. You know, yeah, every event, just getting results, it definitely boosted my profile, and to being in the big city, getting a big result, and getting good waves. You know, there's a lot of people watching this, and you know, having heats versus Kelly is obviously a good thing. People normally wake up in the middle of the night to watch those heats, so.
Estou me sentindo muito feliz, mas ao mesmo tempo um pouco triste por ter chegado até a semifinal e não ter conseguido passar para a final. Sempre que você chega na semifinal, o que você mais quer é fazer a final e tentar o título, mas como é meu primeiro ano, acho que uma semifinal está de muito bom tamanho, estou muito feliz. Eu amei aqui a cidade de Nova York, espero que tenha no que vem, então estou muito feliz com o meu resultado, com certeza. Minha bateria com o Owen foi uma bateria difícil porque a gente abriu a bateria com notas bem parecidas e depois ele achou uma segunda nota que se distanciou. E, bom, ele foi o surfista campeão do evento, acho que isso me deixa um pouco mais tranquilo, ver que eu perdi para o campeão. E, bom, com o Owen eu já compito desde que eu sou muito novo, então acho que foi uma bateria que já vem acontecendo há muito tempo, então dessa vez foi para ele, espero que a próxima seja minha.
Here we go, the 10 times world champion. What's he got for us? Is he going to go to the air again? Yes, he does. And does he pull it off? Yes, he does. Kelly Slater.
Oh, I'm stoked. You know, I didn't really think about it till now, but Owen's first win, I mean, this is going to be a memory for his whole life, and I'm stoked to be in that final with him. I'm 100% confident he's going to win at least one world title, but he'll probably win multiple, and he'll, you know, through his career, he'll end up winning tens of events, you know. I don't know how many. He could win 20, 30, 40 events. He's basically still a rookie, and, you know, in my opinion, he's probably the most well-rounded guy on tour, and, you know, with carving, barrel riding, big waves, small waves, airs, just front side, back side, the whole thing. So there's really no weakness in Owen surfing. And funny because I get nervous until somebody gets a good ride, and then I just like go, okay, I know what I need to do now. It's like I almost enjoy it more when somebody gets a big score because it brings you to a level. It sort of opens up floodgate for you. I felt off from wave 1. I mean, I took off on my first wave and just misread it. It was weird because I was hoping for the steep ones, and they were kind of runners. And you know, when they're running like that, it definitely favors your forehand. It's much easier to read the wave.
And firstly, just all my friends and family came through my mind, and I mean, I'm just as stoked as they are. I'm just so happy. Like, you know, there's been so much support coming from my family and all my friends at home, and they've just really helped me out. And I mean, out there, the first thing that came to my mind was it just overwhelmed me, you know, just thinking of them and wishing they could be here. But yeah, I was just so stoked to do it. The conditions it's perfect for me, and I just went out and, man, I actually had a feeling at the start of the heat that me and Kelly would be in the final again. You know, I was definitely gunning for it, and I knew I would do everything I could to get there, and I knew he was going to be there anyway, no matter what. And once I got to the final, I just went, no, it's payback from last week. Looking around the city and walking around, I walked for 6 hours one day just looking around the city, and I've seen nothing like this before. And one of the biggest things, I went up the top of Empire State Building and looked down, and I was thinking Central Park was just some small park, but it's like Central Forest. It's the biggest thing I've ever seen. So I mean, that's just New York, you know, everything's huge, and I mean, huge prize money, Hell Trophy and just perfect surf. I can't believe we lucked out. It was just me and Kelly. I was just stoked to be surfing out there against him, and I've watched him my whole life, you know. He's been a huge inspiration to me.